Hello. You're doing well. So today was originally supposed to be Walt Disney Wednesday, but so I'm still gonna try to sing some Disney songs and sing a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Hi, Cave and Rich are one. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Hey, oh wait, Leon Lee, thank you. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in. Are you okay? Yes, I'm really okay. Heaven knows I tried. This is just oxygen. Just really helping me. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them see. Thank you, KR Charlie 1. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. You're very passionate about singing even through all this. I really am. Sienna_Wallen. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and say goodbye. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. I'll be answering all your questions too. So if you have any questions, please put them in the question box. The cold never bothered me anyway. Dun dun. Or can you put it in a question box or no? Because if not, I'll just try to tap the ones that I want to answer and then answer back. Dun 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 dun. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. Okay, so basically they said selected questions will be visible on your live stream. So if you have a question and you want me to answer, make sure that you put on a question mark so it gets in the question box, so then I can answer questions from the question box. Make everything seem small, and the fears that once control me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. Sha-la-la and kiss the girl. Jesus loves you, thank you. Ross Cow 123, you're the best. Kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be shy. Come on, my, oh my. Come on and kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's its and what's its galore. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see. By the way, if you want me to see your comment, put a question mark by the comment, because I'm going to read all the comments in the question box and try to answer all of them. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. XX.selfie_yes, how are you such a good singer? Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. And what's going on, Caroline? Fill us in. I will fill you in, Adriana Sirbones 82. Okay, so basically, first of all, you could see my hospital update, but since then, so basically it's the same thing still. We're waiting for the test results, so not much has happened, but they took my blood pressure this morning, because it's still very early for me. It's only 5:40 in the morning, but no test results. Well, no test results yet from here, but they know that my sodium and my blood sugar are really low. So basically, they tried to give me an IV yesterday, but I had an allergic reaction to the sugar IV, which was really, really bad. The reaction's still going in and out, but it is better. But I could get a little bit of it in, but then the reaction got so bad that it was almost like it was a lot, and so they had to stop. So as they were monitoring me, they had to stop me, and that's why they have to be very careful with me and very careful with what they put on, because it's any reaction can be anaphylactic, and they don't know what I can handle and what I can't handle, so they have to be very, very safe about it. Are the doctor's food? I haven't gotten any food yet, but I'm on, or anything really, but I'm on lots of liquids, lots of electrolyte liquids, and I'm also on oxygen, and I'm on a lot of monitors right now, so I'm on all types of heart monitors and all types of everything, so they're checking everything, but right now my levels are good, and my blood pressure went up and isn't low anymore, so that's really exciting. And have you dyed your hair? No, I probably just haven't done anything in a while, to be honest. Alfred Doll, and then I love your tiara. How are you doing? Thank you, Savage Mata Faka. I'm doing really well, so that's really well. That's really good. Really, really good. Hi, Taylor Horton. Thank you, Vince. And thank you, Catherine Murady. Thank you, Chari_D'Amelio. Thank you so much, Benega 14. I really appreciate it. Oh, somebody's coming in. Good morning.
Oh, all right.
Hi.
My name is George. I'm the phlebotomist. I'm here to draw some blood today. Okay?
Draw some blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No
Let me
worries.
scan your wristband real quick, okay?
Okay.
Just want to see what the doctor ordered this morning.
Okay.
Carolyn Daly.
Yes.
2/1/2002.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Let me do my stuff.
So basically, I have to draw blood. Should I try to live stream it? I'll try to live stream it. See if we can get it in. Because basically, I had a difficult time because I have really small, veins, so they have a hard time getting it in. So we'll see if they can get it in. 2002 baby. Aw, thanks. Electrolyte. Somebody said something about electrolyte, so you're on electrolyte. This isn't Starbucks. This is. Sorry. This is from Starbucks. Wait, sorry, it said lost connection for a minute. This is from Starbucks, but it's just hot water.
Where are you taking the IV? Is it on this side?
I haven't taken an IV yet. Well, I did, but then I couldn't. I had an allergic reaction, and so
I see. Okay,
it's
let's
on
do this one.
this side.
Let me put this on you. It's
Wait,
gonna be
but
fine.
I need to lay down all the way because sometimes I faint when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
give
yeah.
blood. Can you put this over here? Thank you. And can you like put it down all the way? And also I have my legs up, so I need to get them like
Say when, okay?
yeah, I just need to get them straight, but there's kind of too much weight on me. So could you like open the put these blankets down a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I don't like have enough strength to kind of like put my
Say one
legs
on
the
the
way. Yes, thank you.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way though.
Oh, all the way?
Because I faint sometimes when I give blood,
Wait, this thing.
and so I like if I'm not laid down if I'm laying down all the way, I'm fine. But if I sit up, I faint.
All right. Now the blanket you said, right?
Right. Just so I can like
Is that better?
straight to my legs.
This one too?
Yeah, my leg. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see then. Tie it again, okay?
Okay.
Like this. There we go. This way like this. There you go. Okay. Good veins.
Okay. Oh, that's good because
Yeah.
they were having a hard time last night.
Really?
Yeah, because
This
they were
one's
really
talking really
small
well.
that they couldn't get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I was just really dehydrated.
Oh, probably,
But
yeah.
I think I got more hydration.
Good, good. Here we go, okay?
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You okay?
Yeah, totally.
It's coming, okay? It's coming out nice.
Okay.
And it's 3 vials that the doctor needs, okay?
Okay.
The last one.
Yesterday they could only get like 1 vial and they're supposed to get 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so hopefully there's more hydration now. So hopefully
They
we
only
can
got
get
one?
more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they only got 1.
No. Well, not today. We're done
Well,
today.
we're getting it now?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It tried to stop, though.
That's good.
Yeah, but we got it. That's it.
Hopefully I just got like a lot more water in me.
Exactly,
So, yeah.
exactly. There you go, man. Just 20 minutes, you can take that tape off, okay?
Thank you so
No,
much.
no problem. You want me to put you back?
What? Yes, please.
Yeah, no problem.
You did a really good job. Thank you.
No problem. Say when, okay?
Okay, just all the way.
Oh, all the way? Okay.
Yeah, I
All
want
right.
it to kind of feel like I'm like sitting,
No
you know, like in a chair. So it doesn't feel like I'm like laying down, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What about the blanket? Cover you up or you good?
Yeah, cover up.
Okay.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem. There you go.
Thank you.
Close the door or leave it open?
Close the door.
What about the lights, okay?
Oh, lights are good.
All right. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Have a nice day, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hi. So yeah, I just got my blood taken, which is good. So they're doing more tests, which is awesome. And it didn't even, honestly, it's like I used to have such a fear. He was really nice. He was really cool. I liked him a lot. He was so cool. He was awesome. Yeah, and so basically I just got, usually blood is like really hard for me, but my veins have actually been doing really good. And so that actually went so well, which is so amazing. And it's like, I think I'm so used into, like, getting my blood drawn now because I've had to have so much blood drawn the last couple of days. Like I've had to have blood drawn like 6 times, that now it's so not scary anymore, where I always used to be scared of, like, giving blood, but now I'm really not, so that's really good. Are you okay, though? Yes, I am okay. Our KG0424, we're just waiting for test, and I'll let you know test results when I get them. So that's really good. That's really, really good. What's your illness? I have a lot of illnesses that, people are trying to figure out, but they definitely see a lot of stuff's wrong. And there's some stuff that I'm definitely having, like mast cell is, like, diagnosed definitely. So is lupus. So is Trojan's. So is oral allergy syndrome, fibromyalgia. So right now all those things are definitely diagnosis. Fortunately, my hands are still numb, but let's hope that it is, like, comes back to life. Just try to be positive to heal faster. Yeah, I am, yeah. Mad, saucy, stressing and worrying won't help everybody. So true for me. God's really helping me through it, and Jesus is really helping me through it. And honestly, you're helping me through it a lot, because it's just, like, so awesome for you to, like, have so much support behind me, and I really appreciate all the prayers. Oh, I have mast cell activation disorder and fibromyalgia. You do? Oh my gosh, me too. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I've been having a lot of, like, complications with it, so it's been a lot. And then that resulted basically in malnourishment, so extreme malnourishment, from all the allergies and everything and not eating. So yeah. Get well soon, lady. Thank you, Marvin Snake. I really appreciate it. Sending lots of prayers. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, my love. Thank you. Have you eaten? Not yet, because I can't eat. But hopefully they'll figure out a way to make me not malnourished. So, yeah, that's the priority, is they're trying to just make me not malnourished. Get well soon. Praying for you. Thank you. Why can't you eat? It's a long story, but I have a long video about it, and basically, I'm allergic to every food right now, and, like, every substance, because the mast cell is just really overactive, and also they think that it might be something else too, or that I might have something else as well, and so they're monitoring me and, like, all that stuff, and trying to figure out what's wrong. And so they think it might be like an egestro thing or something, and so they're trying to figure out if there's something else wrong, because they said I definitely have mast cell, but they're trying to figure out if like it could be something else on top of the mast cell, or if it's just the lupus too, or if it's, like, another thing. And so they're kind of trying to figure out what's wrong, because it was like I've had a lot of diagnoses from different doctors throughout my life, like, oh, you have lupus, you have Sjögren's, you have this, but I haven't till this point, like, been to a doctor regularly, because I just never had a doctor, like a general doctor, like, even though I should have. And so, like, that was a really big mistake that I made, because like you need to go to doctors and doctors are important, but what matters now is that I'm finally at the hospital. And also the reason why I want to show this as well, and why I'm kind of showing my whole journey, is I want to show that like you need to go to doctors and that you need to get help, and that that's really important, and also show that these rare diseases are really real. And I want to show that you shouldn't starve yourself as well for any reason, whether you're sick. Like if you're sick, you shouldn't just sit at home and starve yourself. You should go to the doctor. That's definitely what I should have done. And then also if you're dealing with an eating disorder, you should reach out and get help and not starve yourself, because if you do starve yourself, it will get to this point where literally like my results are probably going to be so bad and like so much dehydration, and I just like have to drink so much water right now. But see, it's super cold in the hospital, so that's why I'm just getting hot water. So because the cool thing is, and this is why I always have the Starbucks cup, because Starbucks gives water for free, and so they'll give me hot water for free, which is really nice of them. And they do it, so it's really nice. So yeah, possibly egonitis. Yeah, that's kind of what they're trying to figure out. But I think right now that's what they're gonna do next. Like they have a whole plan and everything, but I think what they just want to do right now is just get my levels normal, and then I may be discharged and they may do home health on me, or I may have to stay here for a long time. We don't really know yet. We kind of have to get the test results back. So I'll let you know though. Trust the doctors. Yeah, I will, for sure. How long have you been in the doctor so far? I got here. We'll see. The ambulance just took so long to get to my house yesterday, but I got here at like 1 p.m. yesterday. I've been here since 1 p.m. and right now it's about like 6 a.m. So yes, that's really good. You're healed in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Will anybody be able to visit you? They're really strict about visiting hours. So yeah, but my mom's with me, so that's good. And they let her, unlike the other hospital, they let her stay and make an exception for her so she could stay the night. So that was really, really good. Although I don't know if she's gonna stay all the nights, but just like for the first night. So that was really nice. Can we send flowers? Oh, you could, but you probably shouldn't because I'm allergic to flowers. But just a lot of them. I'm not allergic to all, but some. You doing okay? Yes, I'm told. It's not coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's hot water. I'll show you. It's hot water. How do you show this? Hot water. Do you see that? Can you see it? Yeah. So after you're in the hospital, are you allergic to coffee? Honestly, I've never had coffee, and I've never had interest in coffee. Well, I have had a sip. And I didn't have reaction. But that was a couple months ago. So honestly, now I might, but I don't know. It's weird. Get well soon. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. That's really kind of you. Because basically, are you trying TPN? I'm not ready for TPN. I can't do it yet. But they don't know if they're going to get there. Basically what's happening is like my mom is really pushing for TPN and like wants the doctors to do TPN really badly because she just really wants me to get nutrition into me, and she just really wants to get an IV into me, and so she's like really trying to get the doctors to do TPN and IV. But then we did an IV and I had a really bad reaction, and so we're trying to figure out like what to do totally. And so it's kind of complicated, but really I'm just trying to like stay calm and stay in prayer and be like, God will make it work out, and these are really good doctors and they're gonna get the results, and no matter what happens, it's gonna be okay. I have my oxygen and they're really monitoring me so closely, and all my levels are so far, like my blood pressure has gone up a lot, which is really awesome. TPN is basically, it's hard to explain. It's it's total, let's see, it says total parenteral nutrition, which is a method of feeding that bypass your stomach. And so basically nutrition, whether it's IV fluids or vitamins or any electrolyte or food or anything, will just go in your vein. So, yes. Feeding tube, yeah. They're not going to do a feeding tube, though, yet. They don't know if they want to or not, but, so we'll see. It's why they do the blood work. They will make sure that the TN is made just for you. They're doing a lot of blood work, and they're also testing all my levels, like everything, like white blood cell count, red blood cell count, and just doing a full panel to see Splenda in the water. No Splenda in the water. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But that's what my mom's pushing for. So that's what my mom really wants. Have you gotten your results so far? Not all of them, but a couple. And my sodium was really low. And my blood sugar was really low. So I'm trying to drink as much water as possible. What are you drinking that you aren't having a reaction to? I'm drinking hot water because it's really cold. Really, really cold. Your voice is so calm. I feel like the reason why it's so calm, to be honest, is because I'm having a reaction. But yeah, totally. But thank you. You're very kind and I appreciate it a lot. So thank you. You're very kind. Very kind. That water's gonna make your sodium worse. No, but I'm very dehydrated. It's complicated because my sodium is low, but also I'm very dehydrated, and there are electrolytes in the water, Yes, I have electrolytes in the water. I'm only drinking electrolyte water. Yeah, that has electrolytes. Could you drink Gatorade? I can't because I have reactions to Gatorade, unfortunately. And I've tried both. I'm not drinking coffee. It's not coffee. It's hot water with electrolytes. Because then, like, you just put an electrolyte powder in it. So yeah. Yeah, the light in the sky and the sea, it haunts me. No, I know how far it goes. This didn't happen after the vaccine. I haven't had a vaccine before. Yeah, the light in the sky and the sea, it haunts me. No, I know how far it goes. Banana Cannon, what happens when I have a reaction? Can you try coconut water? I can't because I'm so allergic to coconut. I'm like anaphylactic to coconut. Honestly, it depends on the food. Every food's different. Sometimes it's like not too bad and it's just my ear, nose, throat, chest, and so then it's more like that type of thing. Other times it'll be like full-on anaphylactic, like life or death, like totally gonna die, like crazy, like hives, everything, like totally can't breathe, totally can't see, like blurred vision, nosebleeds, like sometimes it'll be like vomiting. Like it just depends on the food, to be honest, like and how it triggers me, you know. Pure amino formula. I'm sure that's what they're gonna do at some point. Although I know at some points, my protein has actually been high in my blood. So we'll see what happens. Have you tried vegan multivitamins? Yes, I do take a multivitamin because I always have taken 2 multivitamin pills just because, but obviously they didn't work strong enough because now I'm in the hospital, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so it's crazy, but it's gonna work out well, and they're really good doctors that are helping me. How do you stay so positive? I honestly stay so positive through Jesus Christ, and I feel like Jesus has really calmed me, and I just really trust in God that it's gonna work out, and I really do, for sure. Multivitamins don't cure malnutrition. No, they definitely don't. Yeah, are the doctors nice and friendly? Here, yes, at this hospital they are. At the other hospital, they were not at all. But at this one, they are. So I'm happy that I got transported. Honestly, I shouldn't have left the other hospital, like DAD, AMA, or whatever. But I definitely, I shouldn't have left for sure. But I also am so glad that I'm transported. And so I'm really am glad that, and see, we were begging them to just let me stay and then get transported, but they wouldn't let us. And so the other hospital was wrong, and because we were basically we were begging them to just let us stay and then transport, and then they said, no, you either have to leave AMA, or which is against medical advice, or you have to be admitted here and be here for like who knows how long. They wanted to keep me for about a month and wouldn't let me transfer to Cedars. So we actually ended up doing the right thing. Really, yeah. So it ended up, at least it was a messy situation, but at least it ended up working out well. I know the other hospital wanted to treat me, but I didn't want that hospital to treat me. I wanted this hospital to treat me because it's a much better hospital. Because see, basically what happened is just like things got so bad the other night, and so then they had to call 911, and then when you call 911, they don't take you to the hospital of your choosing. They just take you to your local hospital. And my local hospital is not a good hospital, which is why I drive an hour to get to this hospital, because it's a very good one. So, yes, but it's a very good hospital. It's very good, and I'm very excited. So you called 911 from a hospital? No, this was a couple days ago. It was a long story. I'm at my preferred hospital, which is really good. And it's not a hospital that I've been to before. I've never been to this hospital, but it's a world-renowned hospital that's known for being really good for what I have. So that's why I wanted to go instead of being at, because if I have to be somewhere for a month, which I might have to, because I may have to be here, I don't know how long I'm going to have to be here, it's the type of thing where I could be out in a couple days, and then we could do the rest by home health, or I could be here for months, and I just have to do what they tell me. So we'll see what happens. But I'm okay, and I don't know why everybody thinks the story is so sketchy, but all that matters is that it was just a crazy night, but all that matters is that I'm in an amazing hospital with, as you can see, amazing doctors. He did an amazing job drawing my blood. He was so nice. I love the nurses here. The doctors are being really nice. And so it's really good. Get well soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All that matters is that you're here now and staying positive. Absolutely, Sarah50.n. Yeah, but I have patience with you. I just don't want you to think that I'm being, abused or anything like that, because I'm not being abused. I'm very, lucky and blessed, and I'm not abused. I'm at all. At all. So, please don't worry. At all. Yeah, I'm totally fine. I don't believe you're in a real hospital. I am in a real hospital. I can't make it up. Did you not see the guy draw my blood? I have a wristband on. I'm totally committed. Are you allergic to hairbrush? Oh, well, I haven't brushed my hair in a while. I'm sorry. But, no. I'm in the hospital. Anyways, you've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend, yeah, you've got a friend. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. Are you seeing a psychologist? No. Because it's not a mental issue. It's a pure it's a pure physical issue. And you don't have to believe that, like, I don't care. Because there's nothing wrong with having an eating disorder. There's nothing wrong with having mental health issues at all. And through my life, I've definitely dealt with, like, depression, and I've definitely dealt with anxiety. And when I was 12, I did have an eating disorder, but I did recover, and I've tried to be, and basically, it's like, I feel like I've tried to be so honest, because I just want to be honest with you, and I don't want to be a liar, that I've been so honest that it's backfired, that it's like people think I'm lying because I've been so honest, but I'm honestly just going to be as honest and transparent as possible. And you can think whatever you want and judge, and I guess that's my fault for totally putting myself out there. So, like, I'm not mad at you. I don't have an ED currently. Like, currently I want to eat more than anything in the world. Like, I want TPN. Well, see, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I hate having to get TPN because I wish I could eat real food. Because, like, I wish I could just eat, like, a cake or a cupcake to gain weight. Because, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot more fun way to gain weight is, like, through, like, cupcakes and cakes. So, like, my preference would be to be on the tube temporarily, and then to get the dysphagia under control, and then be able to get the allergies under control, and then to be able to eat real food and, like, actually live a life where I get to eat food and not have to live off a tube. That would be my preference, of course, because I want to eat food, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, I don't know if that's just gonna be reality, and I just have to deal with it. And trust me, I feel like if I had an eating disorder, I wouldn't want to eat food, you know? But I really do want to eat food, like, desperately. Desperately, desperately, desperately. And also, I just want to make this clear, especially this rumor clear. I did not go to the hospital because anybody called, like, 911. Or, people did call 911 and did call, like, CPS and did call the cops. But that's not why I'm at the hospital currently. I'm at the hospital because my, like, mom desperately wanted me to be here and wanted me to get help and wanted me to be an ambulance, and I told her to call an ambulance, and we wanted to be at the hospital ASAP, and we were trying to get an ambulance, and it just got hard, and the ambulance wouldn't come because if I just called 911, they would just take me to the local hospital and not the hospital that we wanted to go to far away long term. So we had to call an ambulance that was a private ambulance, so they would come and pick us up. So if anything, my parents are just trying to get better treatment for me. Better treatment for me. I promise. I promise. Absolutely. But you said you were seeing God the day before. Yes, I did, and that doesn't mean that I need to be in a mental ward. If I literally almost died because I was so malnourished. Like, you don't get it. I'm literally dying. Like, that's why that happened. That's why that happened. Like, literally. My whole everything was like completely giving out. Because, and you can see that. You can see how sick I look. It's very, please stop explaining yourself. Okay. Yeah, let's sing. Let's sing. But I still want to answer your questions and be open. So I still will, but just know that it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. What song should we sing next? A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. A dream that you lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, it seems somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land. Is your room decorated? No, it's not. I just got here, but I'm probably not gonna decorate it. There's a fight song. Oh, that's such a good idea. Like a small boat on the ocean. Special shout out to your loving and supportive parents. Yes, thank you so much to my parents for being supportive. And yes, Kaylee girl, somewhere over the rainbow, one day I hold in. I never refused a feeding tube. I never, and I won't refuse a feeding tube. I want a feeding tube. There's I've never in my life refused a feeding tube. I can promise you that. There's a land that I've dreamed of. One day I hope inside. Okay, but like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can get a heart. You want to see me with a feeding tube so bad. Look, hopefully today, I'm not going to ever get like as of right now, I'm not going to ever get like one of the big feeding tubes like with Ensure that most people get. But I am going to get lots of IV and lots of TPN eventually, but we're just waiting to see what my body can tolerate, how they can get it in me, and we're working on that today. And we are also getting test results, and I'll be better for sure. For sure. There's a land that I've dreamed of. Someday I hope inside. Oh yeah, I was singing fight song. This is my fight song. Were they able to draw more blood? Yes, they were able to draw. I got a lot. I was just really dehydrated, which is why they couldn't get the blood out. But I've been drinking so much water, and I got a little bit of an IV before I had a reaction, but then I had the reaction, so then they had to stop it. But I had a little bit of it, and so I got enough hydration in me to finally have a Mast cell activation syndrome, yes, that's what it is. Well, they think. But I've been diagnosed. Basically, people were very confused with mast activation cell syndrome, and I'll let you know what happened. So basically, I went to the doctor about 5 years ago, and they gave me all these diagnoses that were just crazy on the spot, and they like put all this stuff in and were like, you have like fibromyalgia, you have lupus, you have this, you have that, you have this disease, you have this disease, you have this disease, you have this disease. And one of the diseases that they had put had been mast cell activation syndrome, possibly / probably, but we're not sure yet. And then somebody basically commented on TikTok a couple days ago, and they were like, and they were like, because I just thought it was oral allergy syndrome, complications from lupus or complications from one of the other diseases, and definitely oral allergy syndrome, and just me having a lot of random allergies. And basically then we looked it up, and we were like, yeah, those are all my symptoms. And then we looked at the file from 5 years ago, and then we were like, oh my gosh, that's probably it. And then we went to the doctor, and then the doctor confirmed the diagnosis. So that's what happened. There's land that. So basically, right now, they think that's it, and they're gonna treat it like that, because right now, that's their diagnosis. There's a land that I dreamed of. Someday I hope inside. Did he diagnose it to your mother, you to me? I literally have him on film, because basically I've been filming all of this. I just haven't like put it out because I've filmed my whole entire doctor's appointments, like completely. And so, but obviously on TikTok I can't just post a 20-minute doctor's appointment, so I have to film it, and just everything's been happening so rapidly that I haven't had time, because just life's been moving so crazy and so fast. But at some point I'll get it at like TikTok level and get all the good parts and get all the parts that I'm allowed to share and put that up, you know? There's a land that I've heard of. Someday I want. Oh wait, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. Okay, it's not Starbucks. For the last time, it's not Starbucks. It's hot water. Because Starbucks will give you hot water for free. Do you see it? See it? I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fire left in me. A lot of fire left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word. Thank you if you here in Australia. Thank you. I've seen so many people saying that from Australia, which I really, really appreciate that. Because honestly, I think Australia is one of the coolest places ever. And I think it's so amazing and so awesome. Which is amazing. Sending my prayers from the Philippines. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. You're the best. Sending prayer from Philippines. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Talk about seeing God. I will. And basically, what I meant by that is it's a long story about what happened. But I'll be very honest and transparent about it. But I kind of want to wait. I kind of have to process it, you know. Basically, I just almost died, and it was a near-death experience, for sure. That's what I meant by that, you know. And it just got so close to death that it was really terrifying, because it was I just completely saw white, and I felt myself dying. And see, as you know, I'm very much a Christian, and so when I was feeling like I was gonna die, how much do you weigh in it? See, that's why I ended my live yesterday, because because basically the reason why people get so confused of why people think I currently have an ED, even though really I would say that I'm in recovery from an ED still, because I had an ED when I was 12 years old, which is a long time ago, because I'm 19 now, so that was 7 years ago. But so I'm very sensitive to the experience, and so I never want to trigger anybody, and I'm very sensitive to people who have EDs, so I want to make sure that I don't trigger anybody. And so, I've known a lot of people who've had EDs, and I've known a lot of people who have been bulimic and struggled, and I just really don't want to trigger anybody. And so I'm very sensitive to it, and I know that saying, I've just heard, don't they say you're not supposed to say how much you weigh, if it's really low, because I feel if it's really low, I don't want people to try to get to that, because that's crazy unhealthy, and I'm very small, and nobody should ever know that number. And then I said it on accidentally on Instagram Live because I kind of forgot that I was live. And so that was a big mistake. And I didn't mean to, and I felt really bad. And so I just didn't want anybody to know, but then a lot of people have been posting it and stuff. And so I just didn't want people to know, and so that's why I ended the live. And so please, if you know, don't say, because I don't want people to be triggered. So I'm not gonna say. But I'm not at that weight anymore because I've eaten, because I had all those allergies and ate, so I gained a little, which is really good. So, and I've been drinking more, and because part of the reason why my weight was so low was because I hadn't been drinking as much water as I should have been, and so that's why I was so low, because I was also so dehydrated. So luckily when I ate, even though I had all those reactions, when I forced myself to get sick, I gained some weight, which is really good because I was forcing myself to get it down, because basically I was having acid reflux and it was trying to vomit back up and everything, but I just was trying to force myself to swallow the vomit. And so luckily I did gain some of the weight, because see, I really do want to gain weight, and I really do want to be better, and I really do want to live. And also when I had the near-death experience, I really realized that, and I started drinking water, so now my weight is higher. And so that's really why my weight was so crazy low. So don't try to, and also here's the thing, if you try to get your weight that low, you're 100% gonna die. You're 100%. Nobody in the world should, unless you're a baby, should be that weight, at all, because you're gonna die. Because here's the thing, it's a miracle that I'm still alive. It's a full miracle. And I feel basically I just feel I had a near-death experience, and I feel I'm forever changed, and I'm the most motivated person to get better, because I realized the fact that I didn't get help for so long was so stupid, and also the fact that I'm still alive is a complete miracle. I'm literally a walking miracle. I think the fact that I'm still alive and still breathing is just, your brain stops working when you're that malnourished. I know it really does. It really does, and that's why I'm getting nourished. And I really think that it's a miracle that I'm still alive, 100%. It's an absolute miracle. I should not be alive, and that's crazy. And so if you saw how much I weigh and think, oh my gosh, I want to look like that, or if you see what I look like and go, oh my gosh, I want to look like that, remember, I shouldn't be alive. I should not be alive. And so that's crazy. Do you miss dancing? I miss dancing so much, and I haven't been able to dance much because I'm so weak, and that stinks. Do you eat steak or any foods with low allergens? Here's the thing, I am allergic to beef, unfortunately, right now. I'm very sensitive to it, to all meat, very sensitive, because basically you can get grass-fed beef or corn-fed or cornbread beef, and I'm allergic to both of those things, and I'm very sensitive to it right now, and we're hoping that that's like in the future something that I will be able to tolerate. But I also have to be careful with red meat and not just eat red meat all the time because I have high cholesterol naturally. So I also have to be really careful with red meat, and I prefer to not eat meat because I do love animals, and I do like really want to be vegan if possible because I hate eating animal products. But the thing is, like, if it becomes life or death, I'll eat meat and I'll eat dairy. Well, I can't eat dairy because I'm allergic to dairy, and yeah, and it's very high histamine food, and I'm not supposed to be eating dairy. But I really do want to. And so, like, I hope maybe beef will be an option in the future. I kind of hope that it is. I really do. You can be vegan and be healthy. Cholesterol is only found in animal products. Yeah, exactly. And I also love animals and hate eating animals and think meat is gross, which is why I've never eaten them. But if it gets to that point where, like, I have to eat meat or eat a steak, I totally will. I totally will. Me too, I'm vegan, yeah. But you're allergic to dairy, but a few years ago you ordered an Oreo McFlurry. See, here's the thing. I post a lot, and you have to see all the content because let me let you know what happened. Basically, I really wanted to recover because I started feeling so sick that I wanted to recover, but I was really stupid and didn't want to go to the hospital. And so instead of trying to go to the hospital, I tried to eat food, and I ate food that I knew I would be allergic to because I just wanted to gain weight really fast because I was really scared because I didn't know what my levels are or how in danger I was, but I knew I felt so sick that I knew I was like gonna die. So basically I just like went to McDonald's and got a milkshake because I can't swallow solids because I have dysphagia, and I thought it would taste good as well. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna drink it because I know I can get it down because it's a liquid, and then like no matter what happens, I just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, even if the reaction gets really, really bad, I just have to deal with it. I still don't get what isn't adding up. I feel like I've explained everything. Look, you have to watch the video that I put up to understand it. And you have to fully understand because that's really what like explains it. The main videos, see, here's the thing. TikTok hasn't given me playlists yet, and I want them to give me playlists so bad. And so then once I put in playlists, I can make a playlist of all my videos that I made about my eating so everybody can see it. Like, I really need to do that so badly. But TikTok hasn't given me that. So literally every time TikTok updates, please let me know so I can update TikTok, and then hopefully they'll give me playlists because I really need it. Desperately. Desperately, desperately, desperately. What's with your mental health folder on Instagram? I'm very passionate about mental health, and I'm very passionate about depression and anxiety and teen suicide, and I always have been. And I'm very passionate about all mental disorders, including bipolar disorder, including eating disorders of all type. I'm really passionate about it, and I really think that mental health is so important, and that it's so important to get help for your mental health. And I have before in my life, and I think that mental health is really important and really, really important. Hey April, the flowers. Hey Miss T spilled. And honestly, like, you're amazing. Hope you get better and help you need. Thank you, Caroline Stevens 15. I hope I do too. I really hope I do. That's not a hospital bed. It is a hospital bed. The person came in and drew my blood. Whatever. You'll see soon. Here's the thing. Everything is happening play by play. And you'll see soon. You will see very soon everything. And the truth is going to be exposed as I'm in the hospital. Absolutely. So, we'll see what happens. Look, I'm going to share everything and I'm going to tell the truth. So, and I'm really, really going to tell the truth, whatever it is. So, yeah. But she literally won't talk about her family. Yeah, well, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter because it's like my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want, like, my family isn't on TikTok. My family hasn't decided to share their health journey and everything. Like, they are private people, and as citizens in the world, they're entitled to their privacy, and so I'm not going to expose them because that's not fair. And that's not fair to anybody because it's like, it's not fair to me because I should be able to share my story if that's what I want to do. And it's also not fair to them to expose them or talk about them because you can't, like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? They're private citizens entitled to their private life, and they've done absolutely nothing wrong, and they've done nothing wrong at all. I'm also 19, so I'm not a minor. I'm a full adult. So I'm a full adult, so it really doesn't matter what my family did. If anything, I'm taking the responsibility and I'm saying that I was stupid and I was irresponsible, and that's all that matters. You know, that's all that matters, is that I take responsibility for my mistake and that I made a huge mistake, and I'm gonna own up to it, and I'm not gonna make excuses for myself, and I'm not gonna justify anything, and I'm gonna say I was dumb and I didn't get help and I almost died and I made the worst mistake of my life, and I'm dealing with that, you know, and that's something that I'm gonna have to live with forever, is the fact that I made this mistake. You know what I mean? But I believe in forgiveness, and I believe in, what mistake did you do? The mistake that I did was not getting help and not going to the doctor. That was the mistake. And it's like, I'm gonna have to deal with that mistake for the rest of my life. And basically what happened is, like, I just didn't want to accept that I was sick. You know what I mean? I didn't want to live a life where I had to be defined by illness. And I refused to eat. That both of those were huge mistakes. Yes, refusing to eat was one, and not wanting to deal with my illness was another one, and not going to a doctor. Those were huge, dumb mistakes, and I let it get so far that the only reason why I'm literally in a hospital is because I had a video on TikTok that went viral, and everybody told me that I needed help. And then I almost died and had a near-death experience because it got that bad. Like, that's the only reason I'm even here. And that's so dumb, and like, that's just the dumbest thing. And I'm having to live that publicly. And I'm really sorry, and I feel really, really bad, and I feel really guilty, and like I'm gonna have to deal with that guilt for my whole life. And literally all I've been doing is repenting to God. And that was what happened when I died. That was what happened when I died. I didn't die. I'm not gonna say that I fully died, but when I was close to death, what was happening was I was running to my refrigerator, trying to eat as much food as I could, crying to God because I thought I was dying, saying, "I'm so sorry, I'm gonna eat as much as I can. Please just let me live. I wanna live, I wanna live. I wanna live, I wanna live, I wanna live. I'm so sorry, I'm a terrible person. I'm the worst person in the world." And like was repenting all my sins. And then like people who were around saw that and literally heard every bad thing that I've ever done in my life, because I was just repenting and repenting and repenting and repenting, and like I feel so guilty that I haven't eaten. And it was like that was almost subconsciously because of all your comments, like, which is crazy, and which is why I'm committed to sharing, because I'll always be very thankful for TikTok, because honestly, if I didn't go viral on TikTok, I honestly think that I would have died. And I was like completely repenting to Jesus, and I was like, "God, I'm so sorry I did this to myself. Like, I know this was a sin, and I know this was bad, and I know that I didn't get help, and I know that I stopped eating, and I'm so sorry that I did that." And then I started having allergic reaction, and then I started getting even sicker, and then I was like, "I'm sorry I didn't accept my disease. Like, I'm sorry that I wouldn't accept that I was sick. I'm sorry that I didn't want a caretaker. I'm sorry that I was selfish, and I'm sorry that I moved out too early because I wanted to be an adult at 18, and like, I'm sorry I made that mistake." Because basically what happened was I moved out of my house when I was 18, and then luckily I moved back in with my parents when I turned 19, because I got so sick that I moved in with my parents. But yeah. And so then I've lived with my parents since then, and honestly I realized that like I do have an illness, and I'm gonna have an illness for the rest of my life. I'm never going to be able to drive. Like, I'm never going to be able to live life normally. I've never been able to live my life normally, and I can't pretend like I can live my life normally. And so I just have to accept that I need a caretaker for my whole life, and that I need to live like that. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And so I have to do that. why can't you drive? Because I have neuropathy and I have really bad nerve damage. And so basically I can't, there's a lot of reasons. Like my whole life I've gotten numb all the time. And this has been happening for a long time. This has been happening for the last 5 years. I've been numb all the time, and so basically when I drive, and also I don't have the best vision as well, and so basically if I drive, it's just too much of a risk where I'm putting too many people at risk, because you don't know what's going to happen. At any point, my legs and arms can go, and hands can go completely numb, and so then I can't control a car, and then also I just can't see all the way, and so sometimes it'll get blind spots, and also I get just really bad nerve issues with my head, and it's just, it would put people at risk, and so I have to be